Everyone, it's Amador, and welcome to our home. I'll be showing you around today around our living room area, our Christmas decor, the Christmas tree. I'm very proud of our Christmas tree and our little Christmas village. So come along, let me flip the camera around and I will show you guys. This is absolutely my favorite part of our Christmas tree. I'll pull back in a minute to show you the rest. But I found this vintage styled metal sign at the vintage market here. It was like a couple months ago, and I absolutely love it. And it turned out to be the centerpiece of our Christmas tree. But here it is from the bottom. And I'm not sure if you guys remember, I went ahead and took one of those galvanized Christmas tree skirts from Michael's, I think it was. And this was from last year. It says Amador Nathan's Christmas Tree Farm. Somebody asked me what that said. And of course, front and center are my favorite deer for my Christmas decor. These I purchased several years ago at Ralph Jones Display here in Las Vegas. They are an amazing place. I also have a video showing you around their place in my YouTube channel. I'll try to put the link here. But here you can see all of our presents are wrapped in this buffalo check, and these are then wrapped in twine, and then I have these faux wood slice name tags on them, and of course I'll have a post for that here on my website. But let's go ahead and start to see the other items. I have these mini glass light covers that I purchased from Amazon, you guys. Those are beautiful, and it actually says mason jar on it. These are just some faux wood stars that I made wrapped with some wire. And here are the lanterns that I found at the Dollar Tree. They were in black and in silver. I went ahead and painted them with a deep red, and then I distressed them. They are battery operated, so they have this beautiful flickering light. Of course, some giant candy canes. We can't live without those. Here is the other deer that I have. It's like a mama and a baby deer. This is a 9-foot pre-lit tree. I totally forgot where we got it from. But here are the antlers. You guys may have seen that I posted a few pictures. These are just some faux antlers that have very good textures. You can see right there from Hobby Lobby that I went ahead and I distressed. I dry brushed them with some Annie Sloan Old White chalk paint, which I absolutely love. It's my favorite one. These are some ornaments. These are the ones from the Magnolia, the Chip and Joanna Magnolia line at Target. I just went ahead and I added a little bit of gold, vintage gold, sort of a rub and buff style. I have that on my Instagram that you guys can see, just to give it a little bit more of that vintage look. These are just little itty bitty tiny things, you guys, that I absolutely love about the tree. And the garland is actually fabric that I purchased from, I believe, from Joann's. And just ripped, tore up, and then I added the end to end. So let me also show you the little mushrooms. These spun cotton mushrooms, they already come wired. They are from Smile Mercantile, and of course I will leave that link and all of the information here for you guys to see. They carry so many gorgeous things. And I know it sounds like I'm advertising from somebody. I am not. This is not paid for by anybody. I just know I do get people asking me sometimes where I got things, and I would not want you guys to miss out. There's a horrible background. This is the top of our tree. It's this, and we use the same one as last year. This year I wanted it to be easy, and we use the same one as last year. That is just a wooden starred light. And here you can see all of the nerd stuff in the back. But I scattered these little mushrooms throughout, the stars, everything is put throughout. So are those letterboxes. And by the way, I was able to, well, Nathan found the full-size mailbox that says Letters to Santa from the Magnolia line. Here's some cute little signs. I actually have 2 on here. But everything is scattered throughout, and here you can see a close-up of the antlers. And they're just faux wood plastic antlers, and I just dry brush them. I'm trying to go slow so I don't make anybody dizzy. Here are our presents. Now, every year I try to make it simple for family that we ship out gifts to, I try to make it, we try to pick something that works, easy to ship, and we like to send like a themed present. Last year everybody outside of Vegas got scarves, and this year it'll be something else, something very wintry, because all of Nathan's family lives in wintry areas, very snowy areas. Okay, so I realized this wasn't even turned on. The funny thing is, we put some mounting tape on that for it to be straight, and it just didn't. We didn't want to put extra holes in the wall just for this sign. We were just trying it out, putting it here underneath the funky vent. But that is just a cool galvanized metal sign that says a North Pole that I absolutely fell in love with. This is just some Garland, and all of the Garland I usually buy basic Garland and I add whatever I want to. Like this one has extra pine cones. I added one of these, the stars of the full wood stars, some antlers, one of the little lanterns, and a bunch of rustic jingle bells. This is actually, and I get questions on that, this is actually the wood lid to the box that the TV stand will be on, and you'll see that in a moment. Here are just some vintage items. I just wanted to make a little vignette. The rulers are those We Are Memory Keepers rulers that I found at Tuesday morning. I totally forgot. And these are just some vintage items that I have here. There's a metal Pepsi basket with a vintage stand. The Santa. A lot of these vintage items I actually got at that market as well. I absolutely fell in love with them and just had to have them. I meant to put a light in the Santa Claus, but I totally forgot. Here is the metal buckets that I got from Ralph Jones. Those are the reindeer feet. I have two different ones. And I just went ahead and put an extra Garland that I had and some of the extra antlers in there as well. This is just stuff stacked up. Like I said, I like to make a little vignette here and there. Oh, and these are the red buckets that I got from Kirkland's. Absolutely fell in love with them. Let me pull back a bit so you guys can see. I try to make the decor just to kind of set into the scene. I don't want to take out the television and everything just to put in some items. But here, let me back up as far as I can. Here it is. And see the wooden stand that the TV is on? That's actually a giant box. We call it the coffin. And that is the lid. The one that looks like a barn door. That is over here. Let's get a little bit closer. I meant to paint this little mailbox screen. I just didn't have a chance. But here's another Garland that I put across the TV stand. We just go ahead and put that there. Fifi's dog bed. The stuff within the stand, we just basically turn this box on its side, this giant wooden box on its side, and put stuff in there. It's easy storage. But here is the Garland, and once again, just slightly put in some of these faux wooden stars, the antlers and whatnot. And we have so many devices that I have to try to implement things here and there. But that is Nathan's Jack and Sally. He collects several of these collectibles, these vinyl collectibles. But here's another look. Oh, and that gray thing right there, that's one of Fifi's beds. She's running around here somewhere. These are these magnificent gingerbread men that P sent me. Thank you, P. Put them out every year. I absolutely love them. And let me just show you guys something. And here I just have some little things. These are some vintage walnut candy dishes that I found at the market. An old Polaroid. This awesome wooden, it looks very rustic. Because we're going for more of a rustic lodge look this year. Nutcracker. Now this, let me just show you guys. This is an ornament I found at a store, but it looks so much like one of those chocolate, one of those old brash chocolate molds of Santa Claus. And I think it's like ceramic or paper mache, I don't know, but it's super awesome. And I just put some twine to kind of match all the other twines that we have. But I had to use it. I saw it and I grabbed it. But that is the section right now. That is what's basically facing, what faces us while we sit down and watch television. We've been watching a lot of Christmas movies. Nathan has been sick for literally like 3 weeks. Like, it's been pretty bad. So we've been watching a lot of Christmas movies, enjoying the lights. Absolutely love it. The tree is very simple, but we love it. We made it more of the Wintry Lodge look that we wanted to. So let me go ahead, and there's a lot of twine, a lot of jute twine around here. So let me go ahead and I will take you guys now over to see the Christmas village, because we have our second tree, our Starbucks tree, up by over the Christmas village. So here we are at the Christmas village. Now this is set up on a big I think it's like 4x4 table, and we did it differently this year. We have a Starbucks tree. I absolutely love this tree. I'm not sure what the actual name of it is when they have like the big spaces in between and stuff, but this has all of our Starbucks ornaments on here. Oh, and also look, like this week, I just can't miss that. This is our China hutch with no China. These are several of Nathan's collectibles and stuff. Yeah, so he collects Funkos, Star Wars figures, and several other things. Yeah. So anyhow, those are his toys. My toys are in the craft room. But I just went ahead and added a strand of those little fairy lights. That was Nathan's idea. It turned out perfect. This, here, let me see, try to get up here. Now, the lighting is kind of weird since we have this against a window, and maybe I'll take another short video at night or when the sun sets to kind of get a better look at it. But it has several of our ornaments. This is another sign that I actually found at the market that we went to. Here you can see several of the ornaments, and they do go all the way around throughout the tree. I think we've been collecting them for like about 5 years now, 5 or 6 years now, and we have several of them. We have several of the new ones as well. So this year I decided to have the village on this table where I normally have it, but put the tree in the middle. Let me get a little close-up look. There's a train station, and Nathan wanted it to go like through the town here, some lights. And what I did to kind of cover up the tree base, I just took that, and I took a few pictures on how I set this up. I just took that, what was that? Like that blanket snow thing that you get for the Christmas village. And underneath there's actually a square of styrofoam that I cut up to make a little bit of a mountain. So I was able to put the trees on a tier going up the mountain kind of thing to kind of make it implemented into the actual Christmas village. And it's something I plan to do in the future, even if I don't have the Christmas tree there, because here you can see it right here, how it actually goes up a mountain to give it that look like there's a big mountain behind it where the tree is, our Christmas tree is. So let me just walk you around. I have most of the same ones as last year. There's the Starbucks, but I made it look like a little street, little areas here. This one, sorry for my finger there. There's the pet shop and everything. And see the little mountain, the hill behind there continues back over here. My little trees are falling a little bit, but what can you do? And oh yes, we are a nerd family. There is a Doctor Who TARDIS there. It lights up. I wanted to put some nerdiness here in the Christmas village. Here's a cute little farm. This is like our tree farm. See here, you can see from a distance. Absolutely love it. And I have this burlap ribbon with the red ticking lines through it that we just threw up there to kind of give it more, to fill it more of a garland look for it. And then I set everything up, and then I set everything in stages. I set the houses up, how they go, then I bring in the lights, and let me see if I have a set. If you see these, this has only 4 lights. I have found some that have 5 lights. This is a strand. These are the ones that I use. It doesn't matter how many houses I have here. I try to use those because that eliminates the amount of plugs that you need. This is just 1 plug, and it has 5 light bulbs. So you can get those usually at like Joann's or Michael's, or whatever Christmas stores that you guys have around. But those save up on power and the amount of cords that you need. Here is the other area. It's like little nooks and little cul-de-sacs of shops and stuff like that that I wanted to look like throughout the store. And there is Santa Claus taking pictures in the little gazebo. Yeah, I set up little scenes. I know, I'm crazy, but I absolutely love my little scenes that I set up. And if you... everything is... I try to space things so it looks like you're actually, you know, walking through stuff, walking through a little town. It's fun and magical. I get to have fun with it. But that was my favorite part this year, was adding the little mount in the back to make it look like a little mountain, to incorporate the Christmas tree in the middle, the Starbucks Christmas tree in the middle of our Christmas village. It's not very big. If you guys, if I've shown you videos and pictures of my mom's village, that thing is massive. It takes a lot of work. It takes me like 2 days. But here it is. And I felt that this wooden sign with the twine, it actually already came with the twine. It was already like that. Went perfectly with the coffee bean, coffee sack kind of look that we have going. And I'll try to take a little video with, more in the evening time, so we don't have the backlight from the window. But I did close the curtain at least, to kind of give you guys a better look of this village. And all of these pieces have been collected, you know, for the past couple of years. I barely started my collection. And since I'm limited in space, I try not to buy so many. Every year we do try to get at least one extra piece. I think this year the addition was the tree farm, which is back here. That was the one that we got this year. View of the Christmas village and the Starbucks tree at night. I figured I'd just wait to get another little view so you wouldn't be obstructed by the light coming in through the back, through the window. And it's just simply the same thing, just wanted to get a better look. Probably take a few pictures also before everything else. But here's the view of it. Just a quaint little town. I almost forgot to show you the other part of our nerdmas, as we're going to call it. This is a wreath that I made for Nathan last year. With, as you can tell, he's a massive Doctor Who fan. I'm not sure if you can see, but the actual lights in there flicker like when it's actually taking off and whatnot. But I don't know how to knit or crochet. A friend of mine, I commissioned her to make this scarf like the Doctor Who scarf, and I found the pattern online. I had to go hunt for the colors. This is the actual pattern that they use to make the scarf. They have it available online. She made him a full-size one, and I also asked her to make a slimmer one for the ribbon effect on this wreath that it was a pre-lit wreath that I found some ornaments for, some Doctor Who ornaments, just to add on to there, to give it a little bit of a more of a nerdy look. There, last year there was a gingerbread TARDIS ornament on it, but this year, this is actually we found it, I think we found it online, but also they have them on Amazon. The TARDIS in the center is actually a tree topper. It actually has the center hollowed out for it to be on a tree topper. So just wanted to show you guys that. If you have a nerd or a geek in your life, here, I'll show you the secret underground of it. This is what it looks like, and it has a button for the light, for it to turn on the lights, and for it to go on top of a tree. So, and I don't think I'm at that point that I'm going to let him put, you know, we might have a nerd tree in the future, but for now, you know, he gets a wreath. And he gets a TARDIS in our Christmas village. So there you go, like I said. And then just Google Doctor Who scarf pattern, and it is super, super awesome, you guys. So thank you everyone for stopping by. I appreciate all of your wonderful thoughts and your comments, and I hope everybody is having a super duper wonderful magnificent holiday season. Merry Christmas everybody. Bye.